We start right away. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. My name is Steve Nyanumba, and we are back again with Nyanumba Codes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing from where we stopped in the last live stream. This is us just taking on the challenge of trying to code our startup. This is episode 4. Welcome to the stream. To all those who are joining us live, to all those who are not, I will see you guys on the recorded version, or rather the published version. I've not even opened my chat yet, but yeah, there we go. All right, so where had we reached? I'm going to minimize the volume over here. I think slightly a bit louder than what is actually comfortable for most of you all that are going to be watching this. And I know my voice is quite low right now. It's because I have sacrificed decibels for quality. So I'm hoping that this is worth it. I'm hoping that my voice can be heard easily and that it also sounds a lot better than the wind-studded voice that I was using in the previous streams. But without further ado, let's move on. And as you've noticed also, I've changed the situation of my camera and it's now off to my side, and it's actually in vertical mode at the moment. It used to be in horizontal, but I just thought, let me keep it on vertical because I plan on recording a lot of shorts later, and I truly prefer it like this. Actually, I think this produces a lot more in terms of, you know, situation. It gets a lot of things out of the way, and because it's just close to the desk, then it's not in the way when I'm like going behind my setup. But that's not to say that that's even any part of whatever it is that we're doing right now. What we're doing right now is we are coding our startup, and what we've done so far is things to do with the admin and the dashboard, the admin and the situation of the admin, who is going to be able to check settings of the application, who's going to check the transactions of everybody, who's going to look at the users, who's going to actually even see the users and the companies that they are supposed to manage. And then we're going to also have a look at companies, a list of companies which is supposed to be there, and also the subscriptions that have been made. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us check out what else we had done in the previous streams. So if we go to the users dashboard, we can see there's a different user that has already logged in, that has a session on this application. And what this user can do, it can do quite a bit actually. It can actually go to the profile section and actually check out his profile details and all. This is actually the main user, and that's why I've given him the users table. And he's able to also manage his companies. So he's also able to do two-factor authentication. He's also able to do logging out of all the sessions, and he's also able to delete his account permanently. But now this is something that I want to also disable, and I will disable it shortly. We can go ahead and manage companies. So this is a point where they can also create their companies and, change whatever it is that needs to be changed. So now when it comes to, like, let's say this person wants to, delete one company. You cannot delete a company that has employees, of course. So that's how it goes. But you can delete the company if you want. You can edit it depending on the situation of the company itself. Now, when you want to go in and check out the company operations, this is what you do. You just click on View Company, and it takes you to the company dashboard. And that's how it goes. So now in this situation, this company has a subscription that is valid until January 28th, 2026, which is fair. But if we go now to all these other situations like settings, for example, these are things that I plan on removing from, Like settings is something I plan on removing. Employment types is something that employees or employers can create for their organization, so that they govern the organization exactly the way they want it to be governed, not the way the app dictates. Let me change a small thing shortly. Yeah, the wire hanging out like this was really bugging me, and I didn't like it. But now we move. So, what else are we talking about? So, all these other functionalities, the admins, the departments, designations, employees, all those things are not active yet. Okay, but we have all this other stuff that is ready. So what we're going to do here now in this application is the testing of the creation of plans and subscriptions and all those different things, as well as being able to shape up the subscription modules, and we test them out in its entirety. So that is essentially what we're going to be doing in today's live stream, and this is going to be a 1.5 or 1 hour and 15 minutes live stream. Hopefully things will shape up to what we want it to be. So without further ado, again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to first of all open our dashboard, our code base, sorry. And in our code base, we're gonna have a lot of stuff. But first I want to go to the admin's dashboard. See how we're going to manage this application. All right, then we'll go to, and somebody is telling me that it might not be a good idea to keep the admin dashboard on the same code base. It would be better to have it like using APIs on a separate code base, which I don't quite dispute, but the essence of this project is to try as much as you can to build up a startup from one code base that runs on multiple organizations without breaking. So that's essentially what we're doing. Okay, so let's try and see if we can go ahead to the, we're dealing with the dashboard first. And we were talking of all these different metrics that are there. Things like getting the active subscriptions, the registered users, the subscriptions that were made in January. If we want February, we can change to February, and so on and so forth. Something else is the mail settings and the general settings. So this is where I put in the Paystack keys, and this is where I put in the mail system keys, or rather the mail details. So this is essentially what we're gonna do. We want to deal with subscriptions and plans and all those different things. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have my accounting section over here have a link to the plans. So I'm just going to come in here to routes, views, and let me just zoom in so that we can see everything. I don't mind this font size. And we're going to go to layouts, and then we go to, not layouts, but components, and then we go to sidebar navigation. And inside sidebar navigation, we're going to deal with these links for the admin. And inside these links for the admin is where we're going to start sorting out some stuff. So we have this part over here that's for subscriptions, right? And subscriptions essentially is just all accounting. We have transactions as well, which I'm going to put underneath subscriptions. But then now above subscriptions is where we're going to put in the ones for the, what's this thing called again? The plans. So we'll change all of them like that. And then we'll also change this one. And I just want to generate one for the plans. accept that BI tag. So now we'll come in and see if we have those links, but I'm sure we don't also have the routes declared. So what I'm going to do here is PHP artisan make I'm gonna make livewire, and we're going to do admin plans index. Then we're gonna do plans create. Now we're going to do edit as well. Now once that has been created, we go to the routes, go to web, and then we'll go to the admin routes, which are up here, and just going to add subscriptions here like this. Just going to copy those lines and then change this to plans. And of course, this will suggest all that to be done on this side as well. Now, once we save that, I'm sure we're going to be fine when we reload this again. So we're going to come in here, go to plans. Okay, and this is where we do our plans. So I'm just going to go to plans index. And I don't know if I should just do it like this with the amount like that and then plan all. But let's just try it so that when we open this up, we can now do let's just do our stuff like this just to test it out. So now what I'm going to do here is, instead of having it like this, I'm just going to come in here and do a dot row. No, I'm doing a container first. No, container is too small. Dot row, dot column, MD4 dot column, no, MD4 dot column 12. Let's just do it like that. And then inside here, we're just going to do some cards. Right. And then we'll do a for each loop for this one. So I'll just do a for each inside here. Then we'll do plans as plan. And there's a plan name, there's a plan description, there's a plan price. And then we'll come in here, plan currency, we'll do plan status. We'll do another for each loop here. Plan features as feature, and then feature name. Let's see how it works. Property name on string. But here we're supposed to decode this because it's stored as a JSON string inside the database. So JSON decode. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's see how it works. JSON decode. And maybe this one needs to be feature, just like that. JSON decode argument must be of type string, array given. Let's see where we are with this one then. Okay, so we have these plans. We have the starter plan. We have it being declared like so. I don't like this card title because it doesn't apply here. And what I want to do here, I'll just make it as a H2 and no card title. Then here we'll do, okay. And then another thing is, With features, what I'd like to do here is, instead of doing this features like this, I will do it in config. Config plans features, and not plans features, but features, which is inside the config. So inside config, we have config features, and these are the features of the system, okay? When we come in here and do features of the system, so for each config features, and then we return all those as feature, and then we'll come in here and then we'll say if plan features contains feature. Right. I think this is fine. So you can't call contains inside here. So we'll just do a needle haystack situation here. We'll just come in here and say in array feature plan features, right? I think that's fair. Right. Then we have all these badges set up in a way that works. Maybe with a padding of 2 for each. Or we could have them as a list and have bullet points showing the bootstrap icons and all that stuff. So UL, then we spread it out like this. And then inside here, we have li instead. And we'll list everything. We'll list all of them. We'll list all the features. And in order for us to list all the features, we'll just list them like this, right? Feature. But then inside here, we need an icon. Actually, I'll just come in here and wrap this inside the li class, li, and then inside here we'll have the feature. And then here inside the if statements, we'll check for an icon. And then we'll come in here and change this to bootstrap icons. Check circle, and this one is BIX circle. Now, how do they appear? Boom. So yeah, that's how we go about that. I could have left them as column MD4. We could do column MD3 and leave room for another one. We could come in here in the row and then do justify content center so that they come in here and they're centered. And then when we come and talk about the plan and like everything in terms of pricing, so come in here, just do the description. I'll get rid of status as well. And now this is where I do like a H1 and then call currency plan price. Like that. Let's see how it appears. Should it be plan price really? Let's see. The plans table has prices. Okay. Has prices. All right. So it has prices. Okay. we have a 0 over here. But now that 0 should depend on radio that is selected. Let's see what happens here, actually. If we come in here and do plan prices. Yeah, that's the problem. It's actually legit the problem. So, yeah, we're going to run into a bit of problems here, or a bit of challenges. So here, what I want to do here is add a radio where we have the inputs for the plans, right? But the name here will be different. There will be one for monthly. So we'll come in here and do type radio. The name will be monthly, right? And then we'll add another for yearly. We'll add another in between these ones for semi-annually. And quarterly. Let's see how that looks. So we have those ones. These are the radios. Thing about these is that I don't think it can select only one. Let's do checkbox instead. Yeah, it can check just one. What is usually used to check just one? I'm very forgetful about these matters. I don't remember. You know who remembers? The theme that we're using today, admin LTE4. Let's actually check that out. There we go, found it. We'll go to pages. We'll go to index instantly. Then we have some widgets, or no, we have some widgets actually, or forms. Yeah, forms, general elements. There should be radios here. You can see that. First, second. So we'll go to general elements. So general. So this is inside forms general. So forms, then we'll go to general. All right. So now we have this part over here. We have a fill set where we have the radius and actually no, I'm actually going to copy these ones. I don't like using the fill set dynamic, but if I have to, I have to. I mean, who's going to beat me? And then we'll figure it out from here. So this one is select plan type. Yeah, that's okay. Then we have monthly, yearly, semi-annually, and have quarterly. Then we'll just come in here and just do yearly, right? And then now we can actually see this. Now we can actually see this. Now, I wonder how to use radius in Livewire. This was the first level of usage. Okay, well, I've gotten the gist now, at least. So I'll just come in here and do wire model plan type and do the same for the each of these radius. Okay. Okay. We're doing well. We're doing well. And yeah, I think that's. So now we have these items. If we come here, we have these items, and they all are supposed to go hand in hand with a plan type. So depending on the plan type, we'll actually go to features. No, not features, but we'll go to app, Livewire, admin, plans, index. And then depending on the plan types, we'll start with monthly, definitely. Then we'll also have to have updated plan type. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. And then from that point, we can move. So when we come back here, and now all fully depends on what's going to go down over here where we have the pricing. So we'll have plan prices, plan type, okay? And then we'll have the amount coming in as well. And then we will wrap this inside currency. That's our helper function. It works and it is golden. So let's see how it works. Trying to access array offset on float. Now, just with a certain level of curiosity, what happens when we create these plans? Just going to open the plan seeder to see what happens. So you can see when we go into prices, we have monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. Those are the prices that we have. So those are the prices that we have. They're not actually, it's not actually difficult here. Unless there's a decoding that needs to price. I don't know. Because it's trying to access array offset on float. I'm wondering why it's saying on float. Ah, yeah. Oh, all right. I've just gotten it. I've just understood what's going on. So now this is the quarterly. And now on quarterly, I want these wire models to actually be live. Okay, let's refresh this. If I switch this, yeah, there we go. There we go. Semi-annually not defined. Really? Because I have semi-annually over here, so I think that's what needs to be changing here. Oh yeah, that's exactly what needs to change here. Yeah. So I think we're good. Now. Yearly. Undefined array key yearly. Annually. Okay. Monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. That's how it works. We've pulled it off. We've pulled it off quite well. For the features, I think instead of having actually what I'll do, list unstyled, we'll leave it like this. And then also on top of that, we'll have it as a row, so that every one of these are split up in columns of like in two columns, so that we have them side by side like that. Next thing is maybe we do a background on this card, BG Force Primary. And this is how it appear. And then maybe now after as the list is coming up, we'll do an MT5 or 3. 3 is good. So that we push it down a little bit. No, maybe 5 actually is what's best. And then this H1, maybe we'll do a different font size. We'll first of all class text center, and then we'll style it font size to RAM, which is good. No, 4 RAM actually, 4.5 RAM. It's double the size. Then the font width will be thin. So font weight will be 100. 900 again. No. Look at what 900 does. That's crazy. We'll do it at 200. 200 sounds a bit more superficial. Yeah, makes more sense. Makes more sense there. Great. And then now when we are creating plans, these plans need to have the features that are already over here. These radios need to be centered. So I'll do justify content center, and then I will come and get rid of this, the legend, and I don't know, it's done column SM10 because I don't want that. Actually, in fact, I don't want a column at all. I don't want a column. I probably don't want a field set. Yeah. Dinesh, welcome to the stream, my brother. Could you explain what tell about testing subscription model? Okay, so essentially, let me just show you what I'm doing right now. So what I have here is an application that has, it's more or less like 3 users, right? There's the users, there's the companies, there's the employees, and then there's the administrator. The company is not a user. It's controlled by the users. So there's the users who controls the company, and then we have the employees. So this is basically a HR application. And then we have the administrators who like now manage the application itself. So in this situation, users, let's just go to the users section. User, is it user dashboard, I think? Yeah. So this is the site for the users where they're able to manage their own companies. So these are the list of their companies that they manage. And in order for them to get into their companies, they just click view company and they're able to see it. But not in a situation where there's a company that they've not subscribed for, they have to subscribe. So they'll select the plan, and they'll select the plan, like let's say for this company, and then like maybe say go professional, the professional plan. They'll do it maybe say annually. Okay, to select the plan, and since today is 31st of January, they'll proceed to the payment, and the IP address is not allowed to make this call. So I've not whitelisted my IP address, but that's essentially what we're doing. We come in here, we proceed to payment. I'm using a payments module since I'm in Africa and I can't access Stripe. I'm using Paystack, which is a subset of Stripe, built in Nigeria for Africa. This is my test side of things. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do it like this. So we'll go and let's say we do what? We have to whitelist our IP address. I don't know where to do. I've forgotten where to do that. No, I can't forget. APIs and webhooks, I think. And then we whitelist it over here. So I'm just going to come in here and edit, delete both of these, and then add my own IP address. So, but my IP address usually changes all the time. So I'll just come in here and type my IP. What's my IP? And here it is. Am I supposed to show you guys my IP address? I don't think so, but I don't know. What's it gonna do? Then I've added my IP address successfully. Now once I've added my IP address, I will go ahead and now I'll come in here and click proceed to payment. Payment initialized successfully, and then it loads up the Paystack payments situation where I pay this amount. I'm going to pay it via card and simulate a success payment since I'm on test, but in reality it will show something different. And then once that is done, I'm able to come in here and actually go to the company. Now you can see that it doesn't denied me, it hasn't told me that I can't go to, I have to go to the subscriptions. Then also on top of that, you can see now the subscriptions that I've set up. If I come in here and check the status of my subscription, the current subscription says that I'm on the professional plan and it's valid until January 31st, 2026, which is great. Then you can see up to 20 users, 20 GB storage. Those things that are already set up within the plan features inside my system. But this is these are just tests. These are dummy features. What I really intend to do is create those features, like within the stream. I intend to create those features, the right kind of features. And then from that point onwards, I'm able to assign them to particular plans, manage the plans, and then also manage the subscriptions plans. So this is how I go about this. What essentially I'm doing is, this is the plans that I have in the system already set up through the seeder. Aside from that, what happens is, right now, if I go to and I can store multiple sessions in this application, but I want to also get rid of that, by the way. So I'll just go to admin. Okay. Then, as you can see now, we can go to the subscriptions side. Oh, sorry, the plans side, and we're able to see our plans that are subscribable by users. Actually, what I'll do here is I'll use a div, and then I'll close up the div. So that these are arranged. Why are they not arranging themselves? Okay. No, this is wrong. Let's do deflex instead. And then flex row. And then we'll get rid of these. What? Oh, okay. Aha, now that's where we have a problem. Then we'll get rid of one div over here. There's no formatter for blade files. That's crazy. So I don't know. I don't think I've finished the explanation, but essentially that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to test the modules for subscription, and trying to give access to the user to operate with the plans as they have been set. I don't know why it's telling me I don't have these. I should be having these. Okay. I think that now that's okay. Another thing is, I wish to style these reduce. These reduce are so basic. It's so basic. Anyway, I'll figure it out eventually. Imagine bottom 3. Let's do 5. Actually, let's do MY5. There we go. Thank you. Excellent explanation. You're very welcome, man. I'm glad I made things a bit clear. So I have another doubt. Automation testing, how good stopping feature is AI replacing automation testing? I don't know. I actually don't know, because you see, automation testing is so broad. I think, that's a very good question. Very good question. You know, the thing about it is, there's so many things that AI can do in order to like streamline a lot of things, especially when you're talking about automation and all the things that entail automation. But now, in the reality of things, there's so much that AI can do, but the things that that have necessity of human input, it's highly unlikely to replace those things. It's highly unlikely to take everything. So I wouldn't say that AI is going to replace it altogether, and also when it comes to things to do with coding particularly. But yeah, all in all, I really believe that, you know, as much as AI will come in and, you know, take up a lot of the things that are going on right now, it's up to us as humans to make more advancements. AI is only going to take up the repetitive tasks. It's not going to come in and do creation, because machine learning hasn't gotten that far yet. It's just going to give you ideas based on whatever it is that is already or has already happened. It's not going to predict the future. Rather, you know the thing about it is, it uses predictive models, yes, but it's highly limited. It's highly limited. So, in terms of now, you've talked about automation testing. It's a broad scope, actually. It's a very broad scope. That's what I think. For it to be completely taken over by AI. Where's the functionalize? Yeah, there it is. Functionize. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for regression testing, and I was wondering, like, what is it I've forgotten? Because I've not dealt with this since university. Actually, I've not dealt with automation testing and regression testing and all those different things that are involving automation and all that stuff. So I've not dealt with it quite a bit. But what I truly believe is that AI is not going to take over all these different things. There's a lot of human input that is going to go into this. This is nice styling. I hope my point has made sense though. But thanks for those questions, man. Those are very crucial questions. Because you also need to know where you stand when it comes to whatever it is that you have as a skill and how far along has AI come to overtake it. Like as you can see, I'm using a different coding tool right now that is allowing me to like skim through this project like it's water. And this is called Cursor. So Cursor is, I'm not going to advertise it much because they're not paying me for this. And I was just introduced to this coding tool. What's this called again? Integrated Development Environment, IDE. Yeah, or let's call it Code Editor. Yeah, Code Editor is what I was looking for. So Cursor is powerful. Like I'm using AI inside here. It's like helping me complete everything. It's more like a GitHub. What's this thing called again? GitHub Copilot. I've not used GitHub Copilot whatsoever, but I've seen people use it. This is like the second best thing second best thing compared to what they have to offer, because it's free. It could have been the best, but I'm assuming that because you have to pay for GitHub Copilot, they have features that are just exceedingly over this world. But we'll see. Eventually, I'll pay for like maybe say a month, and we'll see how it works. Okay. So now, let's work on this so that it completes. In Africa region side automation testing, are they hiring? So then currently I've not seen as though there are jobs for automation testing in like maybe say my side of Africa, that's East Africa, but there's a high likelihood that in Nigeria it's probably going to exist. Dinesh. I have friends I have friends by that name. My assumption is that you're coming here from India. That's just an assumption, but I might be wrong. I think there are a lot of levels when it comes to like India and China when we're talking about programming jobs that have advanced requirements like cybersecurity, and automation testing, and being a tester generally for code is guaranteed to earn you high marks in those areas, I think. let's actually check this out. Yeah, you know what? This is actually good research. It's actually good research. I don't know, it's not loading. Oh, it's already 7:37. I needed to finish this before 8 o'clock because I have another meeting at 8 o'clock. I have a coaching meeting at 8 o'clock. So I'm not going to stay here for so long, but at least getting things underway. In Kenya, yeah, we don't have any of that in Kenya. I feel like also like there's a lot of developer jobs, front end, back end, full stack, all these different things. And man, I could as well apply, but no, I never want to be. I don't being employed. I don't like it whatsoever. I have a lot of ideas that I feel like I need to implement before deciding to go through that whole hell again. Okay, let's work on this. The create form for the plans. Will it do for me the X slot? It will not. So plans, and then we'll come in here, we'll do a card body name. So the thing about this is we have the name, we have the description. I don't want the form. This form, I don't want it, so I want to get rid of it. But thank you for joining the stream, Dinesh. I think you've given me some stuff to think about as well, because I never once looked at automation testing after getting out of university. That was in 2023. I felt I don't know. I just didn't think about it that much. We have name, we have description. What I'm going to do? We have description. You know what? I can just ask this thing to generate. Finish this form for the plans. Perfect. It's done it quite well. Right, and then plan prices monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, annually. That's perfect. I think this is excellent. And then we have the features. Plan features. It's supposed to take them from from the, actually it's done it quite well. It's actually done it quite well. Let's see what happens here. So you can see features, and then I can select like one or another. But now, here's the thing, we have the, let's use key. And then we'll put a feature key over here. The value will be feature. And the plan, I think that's it. So now when we come in here, we refresh this. What? I'll figure this out. Let's just accept this. It's actually done it quite well. Actually, I think this is great. Now for prices, this label should be a H5. I don't know why I'm on caps lock. So this is H5, and all of these groups should be at MB3 each. Yeah. Boom. So it's a good looking form for now. So I have prices monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. I have the features. I want to do for each feature. We have plan, features, and then what are we going to do? Let's actually do column MD3 because I would like for them to be in 4 columns so that the form looks a bit smaller. Oh. Then here we need a card header. Like that. Perfect. I think here we'll do 500. Or even 600, why not? Then we'll do text underline. Text. No, we want text decoration underline. Yeah, thank you. There we go. No, I think I'll just keep it. I'll keep it like this. That's fine. I'll just use 400 even. And we'll put this label, class MB2, that's okay. Let's give it some good room. Now it looks good. Then features. Now these features are not even giving. Like, what the hell is that? Okay, this one will be good. Well, I'm not doing much. So we put it as features. And then this one will be an, this features will be an array over here. Ah, perfect. I think this will work. I think this will work. Just need to save that, refresh this. Okay, let's see how it goes. Boom. And if I was to check my very good Livewire performance here, go to features, we're able to see, okay, it's actually not live. Okay, let's see how it goes. There we go. Add more roles. They're all there, which is nice. This is actually going quite well. This is actually going quite well. Status, of course, active. If I leave it as inactive, those are inactive plans, which is fine. I like that. So now let's attempt and create a plan. We'll call it starter 2. This is a test plan. Code, maybe say something like that. Then monthly price would be 5K. Then quarterly, because we talk about 3 months, 3 months is 15,000. So we'll talk of maybe say 12,500. Just giving it as a what? The quarterly. We have semi-annually, which is half a year. So that's 6 months. 6 by 5,000. That is 30,000. So we can give this at 22,500. And then annually, we can do what? Because 5,000 times, let's call it 5,000 times 10, which is 50,000. Right? I think that will be beneficial to people. That's 10% off. Then the features would be like maybe say payroll management. We'll talk about I cannot bind plan code without a validation rule. Oh yes, we've not done rules. Of course we haven't done rules. Of course we haven't done rules. So we need to declare some rules here. Public function. Rules. Boom. Plan name, plan description, plan code. Need the plan prices. Required numeric here, and then plan prices required array. Okay, fine. Features required array. Then we have features here required string. That's okay. Great. I think we're good. We're doing good right now. So now if I change this, let's see how it holds up. So I have our features, and then we have our plan over here. So we have our code, our description is not updating, of course. Name is also not updating. We have prices. So we have monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. Now, thing about it is the longer you subscribe for, the more the what? The discount. Okay. This is what I imagined. Let's just actually do the calculator. So what I intend to do here is, if we have value over here, like let's say for example 5,000, quarterly it should be coming to 15,000. If I'm giving it at 12,500, divided by 15,000 times 100. I'm giving it at 83 and a third of the price. So which means that we are doing it at 16% off. That's a lot. That's a lot. If we're doing it at the same 16% off, that means that we have 50,000 over here, right? Divided by, now we take the monthly and actuals. So that will be times 12, which comes to about 60,000. Which means we're giving it at exactly the same rate. Actually, in fact, look at that. I didn't even imagine that like all these would be the same. 22,500 divided by 30,000. Oh, no, this one is 25% off. So this one will be 35% off. What if we did this? So this is 16%, 16.7% off. This one is 25% off. This one now comes back to 16.7% off. Now, if we did this last one at, maybe we did this at, this is 25. We did this at 12.5% off, right? Or 10% off. Let's actually call it 10% off. So 5,000 multiplied by 4, and then we give it at 10% off. So multiply this by 0.9, which means we give it at 18,000. Oh, quarterly is not times 4. Quarterly is times 3. My goodness. Yeah, quarterly means 12 divided by 4, which is 3. So every 3 months. So 5,000 times 3 is that 15,000. If we give it at 10% off, we're giving it at 13,500. Something like that. Then semi-annually, give it at 25% off. So this is staying like that. Now this one we give it at 30. 15, 20, 30. Wait, no, 10, 20, 30. Yeah. 30% off. So if we come in here and just do 5,000 times 6 times 12 is 60,000. Then we're giving it a 30% off, so that's times 0.7, which is 42,000. And that is it. Then we give like all of these. The validation rule is there, honestly. Like I do have prices over here and they're already set up without a validation rule, so I don't understand what this is. Then we have active, inactive. It should be there. Okay, if we hit save, essentially, yeah, the rule is there, so I don't know. Do we have currency as well? We have currency as well. Do we have a default? No, we do not have a default in this validation. Features is an array, and prices is required. And it's supposed to be a numerical value. Actually, yeah, let's do that. And then we'll put everything as, now I'm 3 minutes away, which means I'm supposed to enter this meeting right now. So I'm going online. I'm going online on a meet with somebody to teach object-oriented programming, and this meeting is starting in the next 3 minutes. So I'm gonna get off stream now. It's been 1 hour 17 minutes. I hoped to do it in 1 hour 30 minutes. So I'm just going to hold off this, and then we're going to come back to stream in. We'll actually come back live on Sunday to show the progress of where we've gone with this application. So far everything is good. So far everything is going well, and we're just trying to make the plans situation and now also manage subscriptions, so that we can be able to, account for each and every single thing that's going on in this application when we offer it to various companies and various users. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see each other on Sunday or on Monday. It's been a pleasure doing this live for as long as I have, and I'm hoping to see you guys in the next one. Please do indeed take care, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, may God bless you all.